every whiskey drinker, or, well, most whiskey drinkers, they want a high age statement on their whiskey. Not always, but in most cases. Makes you feel like you're getting a higher quality product, makes it feel like you're spending your money on something just a little bit more worth it. We're going to look at a list of those bottles that are high age stated but won't break the bank. Roll that intro. Hey guys, welcome back to T-Rod Whiskey, the internet's most okayest whiskey review channel. If you're stopping by here for the first time, if you're new here, I want to congratulate you. This is a real positive life choice you're making. This is a safe space. If you're a returning viewer that has still not subscribed, shame on you. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button right there. It looks like, just based on my algorithm and analytics, most of you guys are not subscribing. It's kind of rude. I'll just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Then you can see whenever I am dropping new content. Speaking of content, today we're going to look at 7 bottles, well, 7 plus an honorable mention, 7 bottles with high age statements that are not going to make your wallet feel abused, right? These are mature whiskeys with a reasonable price point, and most of these should be fairly easy to find in most instances. Okay. Now I say that in most instances. As always, there's that little asterisk, the little disclaimer. I live in Michigan. If you guys don't live in Michigan and some of these aren't as easy, or it's a slightly different proof point or price point rather, don't shoot the messenger. Okay. Just trying to talk whiskey with you, talking square to you. So we're going to start with this list, kicking it off with the honorable mention. Okay. And that honorable mention is Tin Cup 10-year. So this is 10-year-old 84 proof whiskey. The reason it's an honorable mention and not actually on the list is because here in my market, it's $54.99, putting it just a smidge outside of this $50 imaginary price bracket that I have set. 'Cause I consider affordable whiskey to be under $50. This is sourced, okay? Just get out in front of it. This is sourced whiskey, sourced from NGP, sent to Colorado, aged at high elevation, and then proofed down with Colorado Rocky Mountain water. It's very good. ADHD Whiskey, who is one of the, let's say, experts in the field, has called this the best low-proof whiskey that you can get right now. So I think he's absolutely correct. I think it's amazing. I think it's affordable. It's findable. It comes with the cool little sippy cup on the top for shooting shots and such, but it's really, really good. Comes with a recognizable bottle. It's attainable. You know, can't say enough good things about it. As far as the ones that say American whiskey versus bourbon whiskey, that's been debunked, disproven. You know, there's really no difference. Just make sure you get the 10-year. They do have a 6-year, but it's not as good in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get to the actual list. So number 7, I'm gonna get the low-hanging fruit out of the way, okay? This is Eagle Rare 10-year. 10-year age statement, 90 proof, Buffalo Trace Distillery. And I know what you guys are saying. Oh my God, this is unobtainium. It's super allocated. Guys, it's becoming more and more available every day. Since the whole RNDC fallout happened, where Buffalo Trace switched to a system of more regional distributors, I have seen more and more Buffalo Trace products sitting on shelves. I know not the age, but the price on this went up. Well, so did the age. There's now a 12-year variant. Have not seen that one, and I believe it's more than $50. But this one is now $45, was $32.99, but it carries a 10-year age statement from probably the most recognizable, or at least the most coveted distillery in all of whiskey right now. So, I mean, if for less than $50, getting a 10-year whiskey that is delicious and recognizable doesn't get your rocks off, seek therapy? I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, that's as easy as it gets, man. That's good stuff. I'll take an Eagle Rare any day of the week, even at $45. That's affordable, delicious. People always want it. I just gave a bottle away to a friend who was over the speakeasy for the first time this weekend. Like, hey man, here you go. A gift from me to you. And that's cool. That's what this is all about, right? Spreading the love, spreading the wealth. So number 7, Eagle Rare 10-year. Number 6, from another legacy distillery. And some of you may have guessed this one, but I promise after this, it gets a little bit tougher. And that is the Russell's Reserve 10-year. Often compared to the aforementioned Eagle Rare, this is a wild turkey product, if you didn't know that. 10 years age stated, also 90 proof, but super findable, super widespread distribution. Great profile. It's got those classical bourbon notes with a little bit of that wild turkey funk, some of those cherry notes. Some of these have given me like almost like a cherry cola kind of vibe or like a cherry Ludens kind of vibe, depending on which one you get. For less than $50, I believe these are also $44.99 in the state of Michigan. They're really good. It is some of the best cheap whiskey, blow for blow, that you're going to be able to get in the state. I would say that, what's the other one? I'm looking at it right now. The Rare Breed. I would put the Rare Breed on there, but it doesn't carry an age statement like the Russell's 10 year does. So this one made the list. That one didn't. 90 proof. Some of you might consider it to be a little low octane for your taste, but I mean, hey, it's good. It's findable. It's affordable. Number 5. And this one, some of you may not be familiar with, some of you may be familiar with. And this is Black Saddle. This is a 12-year-old whiskey, and it is, again, 90 proof, but that 12-year age statement is huge. This comes in right at our limit at $49.99, just sneaks a penny in under that $50 price limit. Now, this one is bottled by Franklin Distillers Products, Fairfield, California. I don't believe that this is their distillate. I'm fairly certain this is sourced. I just haven't been able to figure out from where. Maybe Bardstown, I don't know. This one has really good leathery, earthy tobacco notes for me, and I'm into that sort of thing. I like Old Scout for it. This is just as good. It's got a nice mature profile, mature presence, so you can sit there and you can pick it apart and sip on it. It's not going to blow your stack. It's not going to blow your wallet wide open, and it's just going to look cool on a shelf. It's going to draw a couple eyes because you got the 12 sitting there front and center, but it's a decent whiskey, a pretty decent whiskey, for less than $50 with a 12-year age statement. That is near impossible to do in today's whiskey market. So if you see this one sitting on a shelf, I would definitely give it a go if you are into those leathery, earthy kind of profiles. And even if you're not, and maybe you want to see about some of those types of things, this is one worth giving a try. I mean, I know it's a California distillery. California is not really known for producing great whiskey, exclusion Redwood Empire, but hey, give it a shot. What do you have to lose other than $50 and a Scotia or Dignity? But let's be real, most of that Dignity is probably gone if you're watching my channel. Number 4, and this one is a little bit harder to find, but you still can find it if you look. And this is Old Medley 12-year. Now this one, I don't know a ton about. It is bottled by the Charles Medley Distillery, distilled in Kentucky. So I gotta believe that this is sourced whiskey. I don't know where it's sourced from. I don't know who's distilled it. I know this is another $50 bottle that is here in the state of Michigan with a 12-year age statement. And this one comes in at 86.8 proof. So a little bit of a funky proof point, but it's got a really classical look to it. Same bottle as like an Elmer T. Lee and almost the same proof point. So I actually am a fan of these. I don't have an open one right now. This one's here because it's got the neck tag and I think it's kind of cool and collectible. I do need to get another one just so I can bust into it and see. This is an older bottling, but it's out of Owensboro, Kentucky. I don't know a ton about it other than it's family owned. It's been around for a hot second. What does the neck tag say? Anything? Drink a little history tonight. Okay, that's fair. It's got a little family tree in here. Yeah, cool. Guys, $50, 12-year-old age statement, just like the Black Saddle. I gotta believe this is more of a classical bourbon profile, but I don't really know. It's been a minute since I've had one of these, and honestly, I cannot remember what it was like. I first bought one of these years ago when I got into whiskey. I've got some Wathans that are over there, and they're open, and those are good with caramel and butterscotch notes, but I don't want to say that's what this is just because they're from the same family. So, Old Medley, 12-year. Give that a run. Number 3. Controversial pick, but I promise you, a good one. George Dickel, Bottled in Bond. Now, the youngest I have seen of these is 11 years old, but this one is 13 years old, and the 13-year was really good. So Bottled in Bond, of course, it's 100 proof, making it the highest proof one on this list, okay? 13 years old, it's also gonna be the oldest one on this list, but it comes in at $45. And I know some of you are gonna be like, George Dickel? Oh, no thank you. Listen, guys, I know it's from Tennessee, and I know Dickel is synonymous with that minerally taste. Specifically, if you guys were young enough where you had those Flintstone chewables, most Dickel products are the purple one. They're the Dino, right? They got that minerally, kind of nasty, funky taste that you either love or you hate. what a lot of people have discovered is once you get to high age with the Dickel products, a lot of that minerality kind of ages itself out of the whiskey, and you're left with a pretty flavorful, a nice oaky, robust, classical bourbon that holds its own very well. Yeah, you got a little bit of earthiness here. Yeah, there's just a pinch of that minerality, but it's characterful, okay? It's different than what everybody else is doing. It's got a really sharp label on it. It'll tell you right here on the side what the age statement is. It's findable in most states that I've been to. It's affordable, obviously, because it's on this list, and you know it's made at Cascade Hollow. It is made, distilled, barreled, aged, all that jazz in-house, which is awesome because a lot of times with high age statements, it's being sourced from other distilleries. So give this one a go. Just try it, see if you like it. If not, hey, sample it out to your buddies, pour it for your friends when they're over. This is never going to be a bad bottle to have on your bar, guaranteed. Number 2, getting closer to the top. Number 2, this is the Bulleit 10-year rye. So this is a 95.5 rye because Bulleit does source their rye from MGP in Indiana. Cool, whatever. This one comes in at, where's the proof point? So 45.6, 91.2 proof. So slightly higher than some of the others, but you still got that double-digit proof point. Sorry, God, I can't talk today. Double-digit age statement, and it's $49.99. Again, sneaking in right under that $50 mark. High-aged, high-matured rye. It's from MGP, so you know it's going to be good. It's going to have that spicy rye profile. A little bit of menthol to it, a little bit of mint, but it's going to be good. The 12 years also out there for only, I don't know, $5 or $8 more, but for under 50 bucks, I think there's definitely a place for this one. I've been seeing this pop up more and more. There's also their 10-year bourbon that I believe is under 50 bucks, but I don't have a bottle of that, so we're talking about the rye. 10-year-old MGP rye, over 90 proof, less than $50 is kind of a no-brainer. That's like the easiest decision I've made since putting pants on this morning, okay? It's just what you do. It's what you should do, okay? Pick a bottle of this up, give it a try. I'm almost certain you're gonna like it if you're a rye drinker. If you're not a rye drinker, you can still give it a go, but it is a heavy rye at 95.5, right? So if you're somebody who only really likes that sweet, that corn, vanilla, butterscotch, caramels, wood oaks, this one is probably not going to be your jam, but if you're looking to dip your toe, this is a cheap way to do it at a high age statement. So maybe give that one a look. Number 1 on the list. The best one on the list, in my opinion, for a couple of reasons. We'll get into it. I just talked about this in a recent review a couple of months ago. This one, Pendleton Straight Bourbon, aged 10 years, 90 proof. Now this is MGP sourced bourbon, but again, 10-year age statement, great flavor profile. It holds up very well against the Eagle Rare that I talked about just a few minutes ago. Is it going to be a direct one-to-one replacement? Absolutely not. The profiles aren't even close to the same thing. However, it's still 90 proof. It's still 10 years old, and it's about the same price at $44.99. Okay, now this is, let me see, bottled by Hood River Distillers, distilled in Indiana. So Hood River Distilling is out of Oregon. Okay, they make a couple other products. I feel like a lot of people gloss over Pendleton because they do have a 12-year Canadian rye that sits on shelves, and they do have their Midnight, which is bourbon finished in like cognac casks, or maybe it's Canadian whiskey finished in cognac casks or something, so whatever. So people kind of relegate it a lot to being a Canadian whiskey, but you can't call it bourbon if it's not actually bourbon, and that's what this is. It has a beautiful, ornate bottle with lots and lots of, I don't even know what, like emblazonings on here or how they get that into the glass, but it looks tremendous. Comes with a natural cork. Super cool little image on the cork there, but it's available everywhere. I don't know if I've gone someplace and not seen Pendleton sitting on the shelves. The 10-year is great. You get a lot of coconut out of it, some chocolate, wood oak, a little bit of vanilla. For me, it's kind of like a Samoa Girl Scouts cookie, okay? But it's subtle, not super in your face, but it's enough that it doesn't feel watered down and washed out like you're missing something. And your wallet's not going to be missing too much afterwards. $44.99 is ridiculous for something like this. It's a mature bourbon with a semi-unique profile, great looking bottle. It's going to look amazing on your bar. Your friends are not going to be mad at you for serving that to them. And it's got a really cool kind of story where you can say, hey, you know what? It's sourced, but it's aged in Oregon. And then, you know, it can compete with the Russell 10s and the Eagle Rare 10s. Like, guys, it's a no-brainer. Why would you not? But that's it. That's my list. I just gave you guys 7 bottles, technically 8, but 7 bottles that you can get with a high age statement that are under $50, because everybody wants that high age statement. There's something sexy about a double-digit age statement on a bottle, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's something profound about that, if you ask me. But that's my opinion. It doesn't have to be yours. So until next time, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. Cheers.